Hi. I just look like a wreck because I'm exhausted. I think I've got a little bit of a sunburn. I probably lost about 5 pounds today, even though I drank maybe, I don't know, 2 gallons of water. I'm sure the 5 pounds doesn't make me look worse, but regardless, very hot here and humid. Sweat like a pig. Hong Kong's not for fat, white Irish guys. Yeah, what can I say? There's a lot of hills. So a lot of walking, pounded some ibuprofen, feeling pretty good for the first full day. But I'm really tired. Had some serious communications solution problems. Didn't get the cell phone issues figured out until about 2 hours ago, and Laura doesn't have my number, and I don't have her number. Just silly. Figured out Wi-Fi, but that took forever, and just spotty coverage. I would have thought this whole city was like just wired. There were some places that had like some free Wi-Fi, but it was really strange. I couldn't access some things. I don't know. Regardless, Laura and Abby are still at Disney, and I hope they're having a great time. I forgot to give Laura the credit card that she was going to need to pick up tickets, so I have this like feeling that she wasn't able to actually pick up the tickets that I've already bought for them. So that probably means she had to buy new tickets, which, whatever. I'm sure I can get a refund for those tickets that I bought and didn't use. They weren't date specific, and they're good until like, I don't know, December 31st or something. I didn't get to eat quite as much good food today as I expected. I don't know. It was weird. The places I was going, there just weren't that many restaurants that I could find. I don't know. I have a feeling like everything's inside buildings and like a couple of levels up, and stuff on the main ground levels, like here in the Central District along Queens Road. Not a lot of restaurants for some reason. I walked in some pretty amazing places, the neighborhoods of the Central District. Tons of shopping. So yeah, okay. So a few observations. One, not very many guys around. They're just not on the street. The two places that I saw a lot of guys congregating in the same location was one, the basketball courts, really close to the hotel, and that was later in the afternoon, probably closer to 5. And of course, no women there. And something a funny observation about that: the most white guys, and I don't know, but I'm assuming Americans because I don't see a lot of Australians or British or Dutch playing basketball. It's not their game. Although there might have been a lot of white guys at the basketball courts with the Asians that I saw there too, which was, I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. But then the other place that was had a lot of men, well, at least more in terms of numbers than any other like single location, was church this morning, and that kind of really surprised me too. So I went to I love the Catholicity of the church. It's so cool. So I went to the St. John's Episcopal Cathedral and Church for Mass this morning after I dropped off Laura and Abby at the train, and it's just so cool. I mean, I can go to an Episcopal church for Mass, and I know pretty much everything that's going on, and can participate, and it's wonderful. And then I can go to an Episcopal church for Mass where the service is in Cantonese, and other than the homily, which I pretty much know everything that's going on. And so I think that's pretty awesome. I really dig on Jesus, and his bride's pretty cool too. A few other observations. Yeah, hot, humid. I'm fat. There's a lot of hills, and not very many men on the street. Tons of women just congregating. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe it's Sunday. Maybe that's a cultural thing, or maybe that it's every day. I don't know. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. but just women congregating everywhere. I mean, like in groups, but at benches, on cardboard boxes, just in the street, just hanging out, talking. Many of them had like those foldable canvas chairs with them, or like chairs from like diners, just like out in the middle of the sidewalk. It was really strange, but with no diner nearby, of course. I thought that was strange, and all day long. I mean, it was like that. It was like that this morning, from like 10 a.m. all the way until 6 p.m. This afternoon. There was a protest. There was a protest. It was like a workers' protest, protesting capitalism and unfair practices by the government, and I don't know. And all women, like no men. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about that. A labor movement, a workers' protest, and like no men. The other few men that I did see were working on the street or in stores. I don't know. It was just kind of interesting. What else? I don't know. So, the other cool thing. So I'm like making this video on my new Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1, and there's like signs for Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1s everywhere, and they're at stores, and I've seen several people with them just out on the street, and I don't see signs for any Apple products or iPad products or whatever. I found that really funny. And somewhat glad. I was at the little electronics boutique. I had to buy a phone. I couldn't get my iPhone to work. I think it's because it's an iPhone 4 and the 4S. It's something about CDMA. But anyway, so I picked up a phone. And the guy's like, well, what do you want? You want to be able to do email? You want to search the web? You want apps? You want to play music? And I said, I want cheap. And so he just laughed and he goes, well, you need this one right here. And it was like this Nokia, and it was like 280 HKD, or 380 HKD. I can't remember. And there's like a Samsung right next to it for the same price. And they looked like the exact same phone, but, Nokia, Samsung. And I said, what about this Samsung? And he's like, well, I guess if you like Samsung. Yeah, I like Samsung. I want Samsung. And he's like, okay, so it's like the exact same phone and same price, and I got the Samsung one anyways, and it's just because they got screwed in court by Apple, and that okay, so enough of that. Tomorrow I get to meet Natalie, which is pretty crazy, and this is a really long video. I don't even know how it's going to get uploaded, but spend the day with Natalie. I still need to buy a stroller. Natalie's gonna join us here at the hotel. I think Wednesday. She'll be staying with us Wednesday night for the first night. And I've got a lot of questions on how to take care of her, and I'm not quite as nervous as I was before. Maybe it's because I'm tired and having a little culture shock. I don't know, but did I tell you that I sweated a lot today? I mean, just like an absolute ton. It was so disgusting. And towards the end of the day, I probably looked like I was suffering from heat stroke or something. People were just looking at me like, is the fat Irish guy okay? I don't know. Have I mentioned that there's a lot of hills here? But I'm doing fine. I'm doing really fine. Maybe like in my next update, I'll let you guys say hello to Abby. Her and Laura are obviously not here. They're at Disney. I love you, Judy. Bye.